What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and as always, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I got a pretty insane announcement for you guys. It's something that I'm really excited about, and it's also something that a lot of you guys have kind of suggested over the years. Myself and Daniel Blair announced it last night on the Main Event Moto podcast, so got a little segment of the show for your viewing pleasure, which contains said announcement right at the beginning, and then we go into a little bit of detail about it. So, like I said, really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. So, without further ado, here it is.
But Joe, I would say overall, for me personally, a great night and an awesome show to be in the booth for every race and call every single one of them with a sick Tomac Roxon battle. And again, being with Ralph and Jeff, the voices of Supercross for 15 years or whatever, like unbelievably fulfilling on my end to be with those boys and hang with them all day and be one of them. So that's what I'll say, because that's how I do feel outside of the obvious, Matt, which I know.
I've always wondered what it would be like to be on TV. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hearing about it.
Yeah. It'd be cool. Should look into that someday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Do we announce that now, too, since we just rolled it out?
Nah, that was just a little precursor. We should talk about like 17 other things just to throw everybody off.
All right. How about now? We do it. So, Joe, if I'm Matty B right now, I'm sure hoping that there's no Matty B out there that's going to light his ass up when he's on television starting for the GT Arenacross Championship on FS1. Motoheads, your new analyst, Matt Burkeen. Congratulations, Matt. You and I will be calling Arenacross together.
Yeah. Actual insanity. I don't even know what to say except for to thank all my sponsors.
The sky's blue.
Oh, it
Sorry,
is.
just
You're
kidding.
right. Nah,
Sorry.
That's my job. That's my job.
Joke.
I'm supposed to do that to you.
Welcome, bro.
It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. I mean, Arenacross, as we all know, it's pretty much like the most intense, most exciting, best racing action you can find for dirt bikes. I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's not like we have to, shine a turd or anything. Like, we get to call some really great action. And, I never would have expected I'd ever be on TV, and I mean like ever. But thankfully I get to do it with you. So hopefully it'll be at least like a little, I shouldn't say easy, but at least an easier transition just to doing it with somebody that, we're already familiar with each other and, this and that. I think it'll be good. I got a little bit of background info on some of the riders already, and I plan on doing a little bit more, some recon on them. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm really stoked. It was an idea I had a while ago. Honestly, Matt, I hate to tell you this, but I've known about this happening for a long time. I just had to get it over the finish line before I could finally tell you. And Glenn Seelig at Digital Realm, I've worked with him since my very first day doing television. He's a great man, and when I brought this idea to his attention, he loved it. And then we just had to get it across the finish line. And once I did, I told you, but I've had this as a plan for a while. Joe knows this too, because I told Joe about it a while back. But it makes a lot of sense for me because you are an Arenacross guy in a unique way, because you've spent a lot of time in the stands videotaping them from your phone and bashing on everybody crashing. And I thought, well, why don't we professionalize this guy? And dude, you've already kind of been doing it for a long time, but now we're going to do it on FS1. Oh, by the way, you're not allowed to make fun of everybody like you used to. You got to change that up a little bit.
And you can't say arena crash.
Or two Jews.
Can't say two Jews
no,
on FS1.
You can still say two Jews.
Oh, I can. Is he going to be racing?
No, he's not. But it just makes sense. You've been. I mean, you've been to these things forever. You know all about them. You understand Arenacross life. And for me, as a play-by-play, needing an analyst, Justin Brayton couldn't do it this year. I'm like, well, who would be the perfect person? I'm like, well, how about my friend Matt, who I already have great chemistry with, who's been to these things, who already speaks, which is weird, though, because you're actually more of a play-by-play guy in your own videos. You call the action, which will be my job on there. You're actually going to be an analyst where you're supposed to be breaking things down, which it's a little bit of a different role for you than you've ever done, because typically you don't do it that way. You announce your own videos. So you're actually having to learn something a little bit different, but I believe that you're a great analyst. You've been on this show since day one. Joe's always said, like, you bring a different view and a different taste to racing. And I was like, dude, this combo is going to be sick. And and we're going to do that, dude. So have you been practicing though? Because I did give you some specific instructions on how to practice.
I have, and I think it's been going pretty good, honestly. I
It's
mean,
hard though, huh?
it is, but I think a big thing for me is like whenever I practice or like, even like here's kind of a stupid analogy, but like let's say Loretta's back in the day when I was a kid. If I would practice a start on the sight lap, I would do it like a D rider, like an idiot, and then I'd come back to the gate and rip the whole shot for the race. Like I'm not a big practicer. Like I'll still obviously do it because I need to, but that's not really when I perform that great.
He's a gamer.
I feel like when the gate drops, which in our case that'll be like, lights, camera, action or whatever the hell they say. I think I'll be a lot better in that regard than whenever I'm just sitting here by myself practicing. Like it's a little bit awkward. And then like obviously I won't have seen the races either, so when the races get fired up, especially if it's like a good battle or a good race, like my adrenaline kind of starts going and that kind of changes everything up too. So um,
Cool.
I got nothing but excitement and good things to say about it. I think it's going to be badass and super thankful and amazed I even got the opportunity. I think we're going to kill it. I really do.
We are. Joe, I will say he's getting paid more than double what I got when I started. More than double.
There
Inflation.
you go.
Inflation. Yeah. Got my man a check.
That's right.
And you owe me 10%. And you owe me 10% of that.
Yep. I owe you
Agent
10% of
fee.
a lot of stuff now.
Canadian.
The WSX press day fee.
Yep.
Um,
Yes.
All jobs. You're starting to become an agent. Step aside,
I
Jacob Hayes. You're
am
out.
your agent. No, what I am though, Joe, you said it. I'm a pretty good scout. I was a pretty good scout on the dirt bikes with Juju, your buddy, Two Juice, and Cole Davies and Cade Manier and these kids. Like I'm pretty good at scouting. And I think I'm good at scouting when it comes to television too, because I know when someone has instincts, passion, knowledge, and motivation. So to me, you're just an absolute easy fit, easy pick. And once we got over the finish line, I was pumped to tell you at the club open house. So congratulations. And we'll be getting to work at the end of December. We'll do our first ones together, and we'll be doing the 2025-2026 GT Arenacross Series on FS1 together.
Cannot wait. And TV aside, the first round just fired off this past weekend, and I think they had like 52 pros or something. Like it's crazy,
52
crazy numbers.
pros at an
Crazy
Arenacross,
numbers.
dude. That's awesome. And a big win by Max Shane. Dude, that's sick too, because that's a young kid, that's a young pup coming up, and we don't see that happen all the time. But he rips indoors, and Greg Albertson's smart. Greg Albertson works with him, and I would predict very easily that they didn't wing it, that he probably prepped him correctly and got him dialed in to go and do well, and he did. And dude, that's going to be rad for us to call that action and be able to announce a new, fresh name not only to the pro class, but to Arenacross. Like, dude, Max freaking Shane. Like, welcome to the pros, dude.
Yeah, just shows up and stomps it right away in the debut. And that another thing that I'm excited about is like, we have these amateurs like Max Shane, which kind of this year in 2025, I've kind of taken a bit more of a part of the amateur scene. I've kind of started to learn some more about who these kids are and who the fast up and coming kids are. And I've learned a lot about kids like Max Shane, so that'll be fun because I've seen them race before. I know a little bit about them, and then there's some other guys like I think Nelko might have got the win in
Yep.
on night one, and I used to train with Nelko. I've been battling with Nelko like as recent as last year. I think Carter Gordon got a moto win, and I used to train Carter Gordon. I didn't train with him; I actually trained him. So like those are just two guys, but it's just when I was looking through the results, I think even another one is Caden Braswell. I'm really excited to see him out there.
Braswell
Also.
was back.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep. He I think it's Friday, Saturday, so it all worked out because he was still able to get back home for church because I think he's becoming a pastor or a priest or something. I think he's
Dude, I wouldn't be
I think
surprised.
he's doing something in the church. So I think being that Friday,
That's
Saturdays
awesome.
or Arenacross, I think it's the perfect deal for him. But I think it's been like 2 years since he raced, so he was definitely knocking some rust off on that one, and he's doing it on a Suzuki too. I'm gonna have to bite my tongue whenever I talk about Caden on a Suzuki. I'm gonna have to try to find some nice things to say about it. But I think it's gonna be a fun field to
Hey,
announce. It's gonna be a fun
kickstart Caden.
KC.
KC Braswell.
KC. I like
That's
it.
awesome. Well, right on, bro. I can't wait. And yeah, the racing is just getting started. Those are all tape delayed. And what happens is they do 2 rounds early before the new year. And then starting in January, they rip through the rest of the series. So we'll do the first TV at the end of December because they want to roll them all together on screen. So the first broadcast will come out in January from the November race. That's how they've always done it. The first 2 nights are raced way before they come out on TV, and then the rest are the next week. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's super fast the rest of the way through. So, and it's gonna be awesome.
Is there? So there's not another one this year. It was just that one, and then the next.
No, there's
one's
one
in
more.
January. Oh, okay.
There's one more mid-December.
Nice. Where do we know where that one is?
Lebanon, Missouri.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Lebanon, like close to Israel. I was gonna say I'm not going to that one.
No, you don't have to go to that one. We'll let the camera crew take care of that one. We'll let them go to. No, they're not. I don't think that one's televised. They do the first round and then they pick up the rest after.
Oh, that's right. They're not all okay. Because I was looking at the payout and I saw I think there was 2 different payouts, like one
TV one and non-TV one or something.
Yep. I should have
Yeah.
put that together. Those are things I'm gonna have to start paying attention to now that we're TV material. If
That's
you can
right.
say that.